Virginia Tinsley Johnson, and I choose to retain my maiden name because I honor my parents so much. I came here because there was a job opening at North Idaho Junior College in the English department. It's only been the last about 3 years that I saw Ray Stone again, and I finally asked him, did anybody else apply for that job? And he said no. And I just thought, well, didn't have much competition, but because I then became the chair of the English department and later Humanities and Fine Arts and so on, sometimes we would have 80 and 100 applicants for a job. So I've really seen a big change in that time. Part of the thing that keeps me here is how much it resembles McCall. I grew up around a lake with trees and snow, and so I feel at home here. What keeps me here is that I think this is a really unique community. I've learned that so much from people whom I've hired, because I went to the College of Idaho first, then I went to University of Idaho, then I went to ISU. And everywhere I met people who would talk about their high school and their college preparation and the places that they'd lived and so on, and I kept saying, I am really lucky to live here. I'm lucky that I had the, first of all, elementary and high school education I had. I didn't know that. I came from a really dinky little town, and I had a phenomenal education which opened the doors to all the humanities, and there were a lot of models of people who gave back to the community. It was sort of expected there. But when I graduated from the College of Idaho, and several of my friends who were from Idaho said, I'm getting out of this state as fast as I can. You know, they don't pay enough for teachers, the education system is terrible and so on. And I said, you don't make it better by leaving. And I just have thought of that over the years about, that's part of maybe why I stay, is if you don't see a place as good as you want it, then don't leave it. Stay and help make it better. And I bless my lucky stars that I got a teaching job that I fell into, and that opened the opportunity for me to be invited to do that. Also, I was pretty active in the professional organizations that had to do with English, and tried to be sort of a leader in how do we assess writing, how do we make literature exciting, how do we mentor people, and I think we had, probably still have, an outstanding English department at NIC. We have an outstanding bunch of faculty members at NIC, and I felt it was really fun to be part of that group. I always said, those are my people, I must catch up with them, I am their leader. Because they held the bar high, and they still do. That's part of the challenges for Coeur d'Alene in general, is to keep a structure that can support them, to have enough employment in all fields that we can continue to stress the education and the arts and the culture that I think draw people here. I know jobs do, but once they get here, then what do? Then we have to offer them what we do now, is all these great things that bring people together.